Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought, because I've been here now and making a couple videos, I made like 4 videos, I thought that today I'm gonna do the newbie booktube tag. So I'm gonna do this tag because I want to be a part of this community. I want people to know who I am and why I love reading books. So let's just jump right into the tag. So I started this channel in like 2013, 2014, and then I wanted to just make covers, fun covers of like Panic at the Disco songs and stuff, and I had no real like need to make booktube videos because I wasn't reading that much back then, because I had taken like a little pause on that part of my life. I just wanted to focus on music and on school and stuff. But now when I started making booktube videos, I started because it feels so good just talking about books, and the biggest reason to why I started a booktube channel is because I wanted to talk about the books that I loved, and I wanted people to also give their opinions of books, and that's why I'm here and why I started a booktube channel. I think I can bring a lot of new classic books, which not a lot of people know exist, because I love reading classics. I'm not really into YA literature, but I'm going to read a lot more of that now when I'm into booktube, and I just want to bring like this unique way of looking at literature and doing reviews and showing you guys that classic literature is also just as good as other kind of literature. As I said before, I've had my channel since 2013, and before that I've had another channel. But the reason why I started making booktube videos very recently was because I just felt that I had to make videos, because I just read so many books, and when you read as many books as people here on booktube does, you want to talk about it, and people in like my closest friends, they don't read a lot of books, so I'm the only one who reads, because I go to a community college where I study classical music, and like not a lot of people read classic books or YA literature, and it's very hard to talk about books there. So I just want others who knows about books to talk with me about books. I love reading because when I was a kid and I was really young, like I was 10 or 8 or something, I don't really remember, but I had a group of friends. We always played Harry Potter, and I hadn't read Harry Potter, I hadn't even watched the movies. Starting reading the books, I just fell in love with reading and literature and books. Like, I remember first reading The Sorcerer's Stone, and it was just a great experience. I loved it, and it just made me start loving books. And then I started reading a lot of horse books, like about horse girls, and yeah, that was why I started loving books. And because I was a little bit bullied, I was a tiny bit bullied when I went to school, so I just loved reading, and Harry Potter made me feel so good. A lot of people made fun of me for reading Harry Potter, and they didn't think that I actually read the books. They just said that I'd read the books, and that made me really sad because I really loved those books when reading them. So my favorite series of all time, and that's why I started reading books, is Harry Potter. So this is actually my English copy. It's not the copy that I read first. This is some that I got when I was like 13, and I read it through, and it's really battered because I left it outside, and that was not good. Yeah, this book, this series and this book was what got me into reading when I read Philosopher's Stone. I know I keep changing between sorcerers and philosophers, but yeah, this is the British version. So, Philosopher's Stone. I would ask... So this question is a bit more difficult than the others, and that's because I don't really have a lot of questions, but I think I would ask what their favorite series would be and what book they would recommend a newbie on booktube to read. That's really all I would ask, because yeah, there's not a lot of questions, because the questions that pop up into my mind, they answer in their videos. Getting subscribers and views, I think, will be the hardest thing, but that's not what I want to achieve with this channel. What I want to achieve is a conversation, and to have a conversation you need to have views, but you can also have conversation when you go on to other people's channels and other people's YouTube videos and comment and answer their viewers and their questions. Like, you can't just stay on your own channel, you gotta spread to the others and just join into the conversation, not just sit on your own channel and just pretend that it's gonna go well. So I think that will be the hardest challenge that I will meet, but hopefully you guys who are watching will like my videos, and I'm so grateful that you do. So this question is very hard to answer because I think I've been reading for my entire life, but it was definitely when I read Harry Potter that I started to just get into reading and started loving reading, and now I haven't stopped. Like, I stopped for a couple of years when I came into high school. I kind of stopped, but since my graduation I haven't stopped reading. I read kind of everywhere. Like, wherever I go I bring a book, because there's always a time and a place to read. So I can read at like a library where it's quiet, or I can read in my bed where it's also quiet and no one is around that can like haunt me when I'm reading and just like, oh, what's that book about? Sometimes I read in the corridor of my school where I sit on this couch and I read, and then people comment on me, and I think that's a bit annoying, but yeah, I don't know. It's a very good place to read, and then people also see that you can read, so that's cool. But I really do prefer reading in my bed at school. This is at my parents' house, as I've already said in the video, I think. I don't really know if you guys know this, but this is not where I usually stay, because I live at community college where I have a room. So there I usually lie and read for hours and hours until I fall asleep. So yeah, that's my favorite place to read. My reading differs from the other kind of booktubers here on YouTube. I don't really read a lot of YA, but the YA books that I have read are very good. I just read the Half-Bad trilogy and I'm gonna make a video about that. But honestly, it's the best trilogy I've ever read, like, honestly. Otherwise, I love reading classics because it just sparks something in my mind that I'm like, oh wow, this book has been read through ages and it's still so important, which I'm so happy for. So most of the time I read short classics, but sometimes you just want to dig into a thick book and then just take a couple days or a couple of weeks to read it, and that I really love. So everyone, that's it for this video. I hope you like this and that you will also do this tag if you are new to YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video on a Friday. Bye.